know, the Catskill Mountains, of course, was where my career started 37 years ago at a little hotel at that time called Homowack Lodge. And it was exciting for me to spend the greater part of 30 years in those mountains. And it culminated on November 19th of 1991 at the Lunt-Fontanne Theater on Broadway when I created and co-starred in a show called Catskills on Broadway. And thank you. Two of my co-stars are here tonight, and we just had the best time with that show. So this 92-year-old man marries a 31-year-old woman. For their wedding, they have a beautiful wedding, and on their honeymoon, they go to Venice, Italy. The Cipriani Hotel, 2-bedroom suite. He says, darling, I'm over 90 years old. You're a young woman. It's been a long day for me. I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning. She said, good night. There he goes. Hour later, he knocks on her door. Can I come in? Yes, you're my husband. They proceed to make magnificent, passionate love. She's thrilled. He says, good night, dear. I'll see you in the morning. An hour later, he knocks on her door. Can I come in? Of course. She's stunned. He performs like a stallion. Good night, I'll see you in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning, he knocks on her door. Can I come in? Yes, you can, but you must explain to me you're over 90 years old, and you've already made love to me twice. He said, I was here twice before. And the reverse of that story is the 94-year-old man that marries a 91-year-old woman. And on their wedding night, she calls down to him and says, Sam, would you like to come upstairs and make love? He said, Sylvia, I can't do both. That's the truer version of that story. I promise you that. For the last 30 years, I've lived in a wonderful little community called New City, New York, up in Rockland County. We have some neighbors. I just sold my house up there. I just decided I didn't want to have a driveway anymore. I didn't want to hear paint the shingles. I didn't want to hear anything like that. So we sold, and we just bought a beautiful co-op in Fort Lee, New Jersey. And I must tell you, it's fascinating to me because we looked in Manhattan. I said, maybe we'll come look at Manhattan. And I saw apartments for $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. And they all looked out on New Jersey. I paid $81,000. I see Manhattan. It's wonderful. Then, of course, in the winter, I go to Florida. It's in the Torah. Florida fascinates me. Every winter I go down there, I see more and more empty strip shopping malls. I think the builders in Florida have contests. I'll build 90 empty stores. Haben and Dread, I'll build 120. And each one of these malls has one store rented. The podiatrist. Florida's like the kingdom of verkrimpte Vies. I know all about Florida. I have a cousin that's lived in South Florida 71 years. The only doctor in the history of medicine to go bankrupt. He was a pediatrician in Miami Beach. Had one client, Jesus. I know about Florida because my parents moved there 20 years ago. My dad was 70, my mom 68. They bought a condominium. Got a 30-year mortgage. They moved to a community called Sunrise Lakes, Florida. Phase 3, Building 95. Apartment 208 on the catwalk. Belle and Harry Kirschenbaum. See, when I went into show business, my whole family changed their name to Kirschenbaum. My folks were there 2 weeks. I called my dad. I said, how do you like retirement? He said, I love it. Why didn't you tell me to do it before? 2 weeks later, I called. He said, get me the hell out of here. I said, why? He said, I'm married to your mother 48 years. I'm retired 4 weeks. In these 4 weeks, I talked more to this woman than I did in 48 years. I have nothing left to say to her. Now that I talked to her, I found out I don't care for her. Oh, they fight. Oh, retired people fight. And fighting is good for them. It kills a couple hours. And why do they fight? They're not busy. If my mother didn't change banks, she would have nothing to do. She would kill for an eighth of a tenth of 1%. And my father, a businessman all his life, never went to a meeting. He hated meetings. He bought a condominium. He goes to a meeting every half hour. I said, why, Dad? He said, they have Danish. The most important meeting of the year at any condominium complex anywhere south of Jacksonville. Thousands of people fly in November 1st for this meeting. Should we allow the grandchildren to swim Christmas week? And they voted yes between midnight and 7 a.m. Because every Christmas the state of Florida is invaded by the grandchildren, the Jewish locusts.